Hey everybody, it's Calvin the Go here, and I'm here discussing One Piece Chapter 1073 spoilers. The title of the chapter is called Miss Buckingham Stussy. Makes sense from how the last chapter ended, and I also would really appreciate if you guys can give me a like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Alright, let's get to the spoilers. Also, shout out to Red On for giving us the little summary of what the next chapter will entail. Alright, in the cover, we see Vegapunk creating peaceful inventions, like tanks that shoot out flowers, while Caesar, Judge, and Queen look at him disgusted. That makes sense. This is, I think that's the main thing between them all, like where Judge and Caesar and Queen, they want to create weapons of mass destruction, while Vegapunk really wants to just kind of create peaceful things. He doesn't really want to cause war or kill people, while everyone else in there has killed a variety of people. Just you know, Queen with his biological warfare, same with Caesar and his devil fruit. Judge, he literally has he modified his own children to assassinate people. So literally all of them are cold-blooded killers, while Vegapunk himself is like seems to be a decent guy. Um, and doesn't really want to do all that stuff. So honestly, that's probably the main reason why their whole group kind of dissolved, is they really just don't have the same ideals. They kind of all want to do separate things, and Vegapunk, who is the leader himself, doesn't really align with his coworkers. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense why they didn't end up lasting long. I guess we don't know how long they ended up lasting. The Mads group seems like it could have been a decent amount of time, because we saw Queen go from being skinny to big. So you know. We'll probably get more information about Mads from Vegapunk himself, and also in this little cover story, which I think is cool. All right. The chapter starts where the last one ended. Lucci attacks Stussy, but he misses because he's attacking an illusion. Stussy uses a variation of Kamiye, paper art, a technique called remaining body. Okay. While she distracts Lucci with the illusion, Lucci uses a lipstick with Karaseki, or um, sea stone, inside to awaken Lucci. She uses it to touch Lucci, kind of like that. Reminds me of how Smoker uses his little, I don't even remember what it's called, but his little spear thing that he used to attack Luffy with it, and he'd be weakened, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. And then after that, Stussy bites Lucci, and he falls asleep like Kaku. Wow. This is pretty interest. This is pretty crazy to me, because I think this comes right after the top 30s. Brago and King of Lightning, all of those guys, they were doing the top 30s, and a lot of people had Lucci relatively high. I don't know if this is like an indictment on him. Granted, I think this might be a little worse than what happened to Kaku, because Kaku at least was off guard and was actually fighting Zoro and just kind of got knocked to the floor. Um, Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. As someone who was really hyped to see Rob Lucci again, this looks pretty bad for him. And honestly, Oda's just done CP0 as a whole rather dirty. I mean, one of them got killed by Izo, getting snuck by Drake, and not even trying to fight back. It's just the CP0, like, they kind of got hyped up, especially the ones with the mask and stuff. But now it just kind of seems like they're fodder. Like, maybe we're just at that point in the story. Like, maybe if we saw CP0 early, we would kind of be able to respect their strength a little bit more. But now we're just kind of like they're getting washed, right? So it, I guess, in this scenario, both of the both of the CP0 guys got defeated by another quote unquote CP0 member, who really is just a double, triple, or whatever, quadruple agent. We don't even really know where her loyalties lie either at this point, because especially because I'm pretty sure Yanji said that not all clones even know that they're clones. So maybe Miss Buckingham Stussy knows she's a clone. Maybe she doesn't, but we don't even know about that yet. Sorry for going on that little tangent there. Let's see. Let's see. All right. We discovered that the mysterious person with whom Vegapunk spoke with was Stussy. Okay, that makes sense. I just answered my own question there. Didn't read all this yet. And that it wasn't Vegapunk's intention that she became a CP0 member. Stussy can't overwrite Lucci's order to stop the Seraphim, because she's at the same level as him. She's at the same level than Lucci in the authority hierarchy. Okay. Lilith and Edison came out of Labo. S-Hawk attacks Lilith before she can give her the order to stop, but Zoro stops it. Zoro fights with S-Hawk during some panels, no new attacks, just one big clash. S-Hawk is in shock facing Zoro's strength. Now let's see if that's actually a true thing because Redon and a lot of these guys they seem to lie when it comes to Zoro. like the spoilers last week was it last week? Yeah, last week they said that Zoro straight up defeated Kaku when really he just knocked him to the ground. Um, so I kind of want to see what the dialogue hit is here. If the S Hawk actually spoke or just kind of like was shocked by Zoro, because they really do seem to gas up things when it comes to Zoro a lot. And obviously Zoro's really strong, but they seem to kind of twist the truth a lot when it comes to him in particular. For some reason, it seems like a lot of these leakers are just big Zoro fans. So we'll see. We'll see how the panel looks because a lot of these things that happen here, I'm kind of like iffy on because a lot of them have been lying. So we will see what happens there. Let's continue on. S Shark attacks Edison as he's giving the order to stop, but Sanji saves him. Then Edison managed to give the order, and all Seraphim stop. Okay, so that ended real quickly. Luffy and Chopper are running around the labo trying to find the real Vegapunk because he and Bonnie disappeared. We don't see anything about real Vegapunk and Bonnie in this chapter. Cut to Sphinx Island. Okay, we're going to Sphinx Island. That's where Marco is. It's revealed that the Marines came to Sphinx Island while Marco was away in Wano Kuni, but Weevil arrived and protected the village. Oh, interesting. Weevil actually protected. Okay. However, Weevil was captured by Green Bull. Okay. See, everyone in the community has been clowning Green Bull, but it seems like he's starting to rack up a decent amount of feats, um, beating Weevil, especially because now we know Weevil's probably is Whitebeard's blood. So that's pretty and has confirmed hockey. So I think that's a pretty big feat for him. On top of the King and Queen thing. So he even though he looked pretty weak there with Shanks, he's coming back with Weevil. He's coming back with King. And he's coming back with Queen. So to me, that's a pretty big W. That's billions upon billions in terms of bounty, right? So that's pretty cool. When it comes to him. Let's see. Now Marco is with Miss Bakken. She asked Marco to bring back her son to give her Shirohige's inheritance. Marco, I appreciate you saving the village, but Miss Bakken, you doubt about my son's lineage? Then just ask Vegapunk. Hmm. So a lot of people insinuate, including me, I guess, that he's kind of like a clone of Whitebeard or something, because she keeps saying his inheritance and stuff. Um, is he a clone? Is he what is he? Because it's kind of she keeps going back to his blood, his inheritance, all this stuff. She could have just said, "Oh, he's my son. He came from me," but she doesn't really seem to be saying that kind of thing. So we will see what's going to go on there. That's pretty interesting, in my opinion. Cut to the sea to Kizaru's ship. Kizaru brings some snacks and a drink to an old man in the ship. Before that, Marines tested the food to find if it was poison. Kizaru talks with that man. Kizaru, have you ever met Vegapunk? Old man, yes, just once in the past. We discover that the old man is one member of the Gorosei. Specifically, he's the one with the scar on his left side and the gray dreadlocks. Okay, I remember him. And we discover his name. World's highest authority, Gorosei. Saint Jikara Saturn. Interesting. Saturn. I regret that it has come to this. End of the chapter. Break next week. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Break next week? Why? Why do we need another break? Oda, we were gone forever, and then and this is also, by the way, to give you guys some information, it's also a relatively short chapter, just 15 pages. I mean, a decent amount of information is here. This seems like a good chapter, but it's like the break really hurts because I feel like we've been getting break after break after break. Um, That's unfortunate. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought we'd get at least one more chapter, then we get the break. Normally, we get the three chapter thing. Unless it was three chapters, I just forgot. But overall, it seems like it's going to be a pretty decent chapter of One Piece this week. Um, again, it sucks that we're going to go on break again. I will make sure to pump out the content during the week for the break because honestly, what's going on in this chapter, there's a lot of talking points we can go over. Um, I might go after how powerful Lucci really is after this showing because honestly, I was pretty high on him. I had him in the first commander, and I was kind of like, I don't know. Like I feel like Queen could survive getting beat up by Luffy for a while, especially if there's a non-named attacks and not even using hockey, and then getting slept by Stussy like this is kind of like I don't know. It's I was pretty high on him. Now I'm kind of it's kind of going a little bit down. But at the end of the day, guys, I really appreciate you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, have a good rest of your day. Calvin the Goat signing out. Peace out, guys.